My friends, what is going on? Let's jump in here and do a quick little market update. So, I believe the last one that I did was 1 week ago. Obviously, kind of a lot's happened since then, right? We got a new president, market's been ripping. So, let's just kind of go over. I want to give a quick look at a bunch of different charts, talk about some different setups. Hopefully, I cover your favorite one. If not, I apologize. I will try to, stay on these and do these more regularly when the market is ripping like this. First and foremost, my allegiance and my priority is to my Discord, and I voice chat with them every single day. Plus, coaching and working out up at my martial arts gym, so I don't always have time to do these, but I promise you, I will do my best to stay on those. Having said that, before we get started, you guys know the deal: like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell your buddies. And nothing I'm giving you is financial advice. I want you to make awesome decisions for yourself, your family, and your portfolio. That's what these videos are about, is highlighting awesome setups. That's what I teach. I teach technical analysis and just the overall way that I look at the market. All right, let's jump into it. So SPY. Normally I'm going to talk a little bit more about like SPY, QQQ, IWM. Oh, and also if you haven't done so already, follow me on Twitter, Colin_Gladman. That's the easiest way to always get those intraday updates, or if I see a new setup starting to appear. So I posted several days ago that there's going to be red days. There's going to be some consolidation, but overall, this market is going up. Bet, right? So overall, at least through January's OPEX, I fully expect the market to continue overall to the top side. Now, remember, we also do have inflation reports this week plus jobs on Friday, and both those inflation reports come out before market open. So put that in your brain, or a feather in your cap, however you want to look at it. So SPY on the daily, I don't view this candle as anything more than consolidation, incredibly low volume. Yes, it has that kind of look of like a hanging man, but in my opinion, this is just a pause in the overall trend. Might get a pullback potentially like towards 593, but I really think that's about it. I am simply just looking for this consolidation to build out as the 921 EMAs catch up and then continue to push the market higher at this point in time. QQQ, exact same thing. Maybe a retest to 503, but I even doubt that. Maybe you get down to about 508, but I really think that's about as bad as it's going to get. For IWM, small mid caps, absolutely been ripping. In my video last time, I said that 233 was going to be the next big key level. Once Trump was elected, it gapped up above. You can see here on a daily basis, pretty much came down, tapped that 233 level, got bought up, and is now kind of gapping and running. Big next level that I'm looking for on IWM is a push up towards that 245 area. But overall, small mid caps by far and away have been the lagging index. Regardless of your political opinion, I don't care about yours, just like you don't care about mine. Regardless of your political opinion, overall, typically these small mid caps have been the laggers, so you're starting to see them, move up and catch up to like SPY and QQQ. They still got a long way to go, but they are they certainly, I expect new all-time highs by the end of the year for sure. But that's that next kind of tipping point is right around that 245. In March of this year, I gave out a bunch of end of the year targets. SPY and QQQ are both well above those targets, and my IWM target hit today. My IWM target was 240, and I still think we got plenty of gas in the tank. But overall, on the indexes, I pretty much just look at it as consolidation. You're seeing a little bit of rotation out of some of the bigger names, like an NVIDIA had a red day today, stuff like that. You're just seeing some rotation, and that is a good thing. That is a healthy sign of the market. As far as Google goes, this is one that I've been highlighting a ton. Said if you got a retest of this inverse head and shoulder, that would be the best place to buy, right around that 169 to 170. Now it is up here around that 180. You can see the line that I had drawn pretty much got a retest. Exactly what you want to see here, guys. That volume getting sucked out on the retest. showing there's no bearish momentum to keep pulling this thing down. And of course, now you are getting that reversal trade. I still think it looks good. I fully expect Google to kind of make new all-time highs here before the end of the year. You'd want to see it. You've got clear daily resistance here at that 180.50. You start getting a daily close above that, and I think you're pushing 190s. No problem. Amazon, another one that I've been harping on. Same thing. Volume is getting sucked out. If things got really crazy, any back test towards 194 I think is very viable. But at this point in time, this is really the kind of Bezos level at 200. Anything around 200, I really just look at this as, once again, 921's kind of catching up. This volume's getting sucked out. You got a nice volume push up. Watch for some type of flag or pennant to get falling wedge, things like that to get built out here before making its next leg up. Peloton, any back test towards 677. This is one I've been calling out since 4. If you even just bought a handful of shares, you're up over 100% on this one. I'm pretty sure in my last video, if not, I definitely talked about it in my Discord. Sorry guys, I do, like I said, I do these with my Discord every single day. So, but I know for sure I was telling my Discord that this is exactly what you want to see. So you had that big volume move post earnings. As it's kind of making that rounding out, you're getting that volume sucked out. I said Peloton was due for like another 10 to 15% day. You got that on Friday. Now, pretty much a similar look to Google here. So I don't care if we're talking about Google, and I don't care if we're talking about Peloton, right? A good setup often will play out the same way. I would say look at this now as a ascending triangle kind of building out here on a daily basis. So even if you continue to reject, as long as, just like, stop me if you've heard this before, right? Look what happened right here on this one. So I'm just kind of looking for another mini version of this one. I personally am not in it right now, but a lot of people in my Discord are. I still think, 10 is going to be a big key psychological level. I think it's got plenty of gas in the tank to hit that and then some, but that's going to be the next big key psychological to start building a base above that. Tesla, if you've been following me on Twitter, just absolutely been killing this one. Pretty much up over 7 figures in this past week alone on Tesla. It's very similar to Peloton, right? This kind of look. Now, I will say this. Now, right now, Tesla's looks like it's ripping in after hours, which is about to shut off here in a minute. But Tesla, this very same look as Peloton. Full disclosure, and I told my Discord, and why I took some profit on my calls here was I really thought this triple top from 311 to 314, that was a massive level for me from 2022. If you'll remember, this is where like Elon acquired Twitter. He had to sell a bunch of shares. So I really thought we were going to find more resistance there than we did. Sliced through it like a hot knife through butter. In my 1021 update that I did, I said I fully expect Tesla to challenge at least 260 to 270, but I also think it would be over 300 by the end of the year. I think we can agree. We are well over 300 and then some. I am playing this one as a full-on, Gamma Squeeze, which is what it is doing. It's the OG meme stock. But I'm telling you guys right now, if you feel like you're late to the party, my personal opinion, once again, not financial advice. I literally don't care what you do with your portfolio, or what you buy, or what you sell, or what you short. Nothing. I literally don't care. I want you to make whatever you think is the best decision. For me, Tesla is beginning a multi-year breakout that I personally believe Tesla is going much higher. I'm not going to give you any of my personal price targets or anything like that here. All I'm saying is this is exactly what you want to see for Tesla to begin a new multi-year breakout. Yes, there will be pullbacks. Yes, there will be red days along the way. Tesla is volatile as it can be, but I truly believe that it is off to the races, if you will. You have very intelligent analysts, not the talking heads that you just constantly see on TV. Those people are dumb. But guys that are proven winners in the market who believe that with the Trump administration, once again, I do not care about your politics, but fully believe that Tesla, with what it's doing, is going to add trillions of dollars worth of market cap to its stock. It's currently, I believe, as of today, right around $1 trillion. It moved back up into, I believe, number 8. company in the world today. I still firmly believe it's going to be the most valuable company on the planet. And the Trump administration, what that does is it gives a fast track. And so if smart money truly believes that trillions of dollars are going to be added to this market cap over the next, 3 to 5 years, that is going to be front run. The market is a forward looking vehicle. And like you've heard me say many times before, once all the smart money is in the trade, there's only one kind of money left, right? And that's the dumb money. So when your brother's sister's best friend's cousin starts asking you, when Tesla's well above the price that is today, hey, bro, you think it's too late to like jump in on some Tesla at this point? Then that's when you know you should be scared, right? Right now, I firmly believe not just the market, but especially Tesla, but the overall market too, that we are still in very much a disbelief stage. All I see on social media and what people are telling me is, oh, there's no way, it's just shooting up like a rocket. There's no way this is going to last. I'll save my money and buy the dip. We are in full-on disbelief stage, not euphoria stage. Are there people who are euphoric? Of course there are. But overall, I still believe we're very much in the infancy of what is going on. Now, I could be wrong, so feel free to leave me an ugly comment and tell me how stupid I am. Now, I do think that Tesla can easily now challenge all-time highs by the end of the year. I think it can break it. I really do. This thing is in full-on squeeze mode. You have the combination of it's a perma bull versus a perma bear stock. So that means on Wall Street, you got the Bill Gates and the worlds that absolutely hate Tesla, want nothing to see it to be anything but shorted into oblivion. And then you have lots of retail traders. And that's why you see these violent moves. It's the same thing with meme stocks, which we'll cover one of those here in just a second. But it's the same thing with meme stocks. And like I said, Tesla's the OG meme stock as far as I'm concerned. That's why you get, when Tesla runs, you get these kind of moves in a very short period of time. I firmly believe that, and there were still pullbacks, right? There were still pullbacks along the way. So there's going to be pullbacks. There's going to be red days. I've already had a bunch of really successful trades on it, and I told my Discord today, I'm gonna have one of these trades that I'm constantly buying back in and playing the squeeze on. I'm gonna have a terrible trade, just like I had on the RoboTaxi event. But when all of my trades are literally adding up to hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, then when I totally eat, you know what, on one of these trades, it's gonna be fine. I'm still gonna be way up, and I still have all my shares rocking and rolling. Do what's best for you. I personally, on all my Tesla shares, I'm not going to be selling cover calls except for really, really, really specific situations and scenarios. Other than that, we all just kicking back and we along for the ride. And I own a lot of Tesla shares plus TSLL, which is the 2 times Tesla. Like I said, do what's best for you. If we do get any type of major dip, any dip back towards 314 to 311, is 100% going to be very viable. We're breaking out a multi-year resistance, the all-time high trend line. Might get some dips and some chop along the way, but this thing is testing 400 by the end of the year, in my personal opinion. I'm sorry. Let's go back to Tesla, because you know me, I can talk about Tesla all day, every day. Just as my Discord. Every voice chat, they're probably like, dude, shut up, we get it. But this is very much here. So Tesla, I mean, you can see how I mark this thing out, right? Pretty much just wait for it to kind of flag into these EMAs, and then I buy these dips right in here. Like I said, now Tesla, I don't even know what it's up to right now. Tesla's over 360 and after hours right now. So we gonna make a bag tomorrow if this holds up. And I told my Discord, I said, today I said I wanted to close, for me to hold my calls, I wanted to close above 350, and then I wanted to gap up above today's highs going into tomorrow. So as of right now, we are above today's highs, and we closed right at 350. Yeah, 350.62, so it was close. But that's what we got to do. Coin. If you'll remember, talked a lot about this one, coming back down to the 180. Where did I get that number from? Very simple. It's from our discount zone of this move right here, of the breakout and the retest. Came back here, off to the races. Bitcoin off to the races. Telling you the crypto move is just starting. Same thing. Get nervous when your brother, sister's boyfriend's housewife starts calling you and asking you, hey, should I buy some more SHIB? Mara, these things have been running like crazy. Had a bunch of people going, dude, what's up with Mara? It's lagging behind. And well, congratulations. If you just showed patience, you're up 30% today. Once again, just on shares. If you had any type of call contracts or anything like that, you're up a lot more. We talked about this one in my Discord. It looks like a picture perfect reaccumulation pattern. Now, full disclosure, they got earnings tomorrow after the bell. So be smart. If you buy something super short dated, even if you go in the right direction, you're going to have to be really right. I would imagine that's going to be a big move, probably like a 15% implied move. And so you got to beat that. But you've got a beautiful inverse head and shoulder right here into a flag. Now you're catching a breakout of that. The volume, exactly what you want to see. Little volume. Volume increases after the head breakout. More volume here on the right shoulder. Volume gets sucked out as you're consolidating. Now volume comes in as you're breaking out. Crypto, I said I think Bitcoin will be over 100 grand by the end of the year. I have zero position here. One thing I will say to be cautious of is from a macro basis, you're coming up into this golden pocket area, and you can see it cleared above it a couple of times. 30 is going to be a huge level, but I mean, you're approaching this very strong. Even if earnings goes bad, and let's say you open up down here, like right on top of the retest of that wedge, is so long as that kind of gets bought up, let's call that key psychological level of right around 20. You want to see this massive gap up just get defended at all costs. Don't be the person who's always like, oh, there's nothing but air now, so it's going to gap fill. Gap fills, especially those first times you come to them, are 100% going to be shown as support. I also consider this a breakaway gap, not a common gap, so I would like to see continuation out of this move. Riot, another one. This is one on a weekly basis, right? I mean, it's clean. It really is. Riot pushing up to 1820 makes a whole lot of sense. The next one, SoFi. I love this one. I've always said I don't understand the thing with retail. I posted several times that 14 was a big level to get over. It is now doing that. Tell you the same thing I always tell my Discord. When in doubt, look left to find that resistance. So from IPO day, this 14 is just a massive level to flip. You can see the amount of weekly support that provided. So, but this is clean. It really is. I personally am planning on grabbing a bunch of shares tomorrow. And what's really cool, guys, is you always want those weekly looks to be awesome, and then you want to be able to go down like on an hourly basis. So and you can ask anybody in my Discord, right? Like that, I've had that line up there. We've been talking about 14 for I don't even know how long. And then look on an hourly basis. Look what happened. Bink! And then pushed up, and just kind of like Tesla, right? And now it's starting to push back up. I fully expect that on SoFi. I am not going to play any type of options or anything along those lines on it. I'm just going to kind of grab some shares, put it in my set it and forget it portfolio, and just let it do its thing. I truly believe this thing has the potential to 100% on shares, just like Peloton did. If I'm looking at this from a macro basis, just using my fibs, which you guys know how much I like fibs. Fibs are everything. Yeah, I mean, challenging all-time highs at 28. That's what I expect. I really do. Now, this is a daily chart. Take some time, all that good stuff. Don't be dumb. Do what's best for you, but I like it. Last one, GameStop. So, you guys that follow me on Twitter know I said anything underneath 25 is noise. And why? Because every time we came up there, literally haven't had a day since July that we closed over 25 until today, right? A lot of consolidation building up. Anytime you have a ton of consolidation and you finally catch that breakout, typically, I'm not going to get into the meme stocks are manipulated and all that kind of stuff. I agree. But I also, anybody who knows me knows, I think all stocks are manipulated. I don't think, I know all stocks are manipulated. The market always has to have buyers and sellers, so they're going to do whatever it takes to create the buyers and the sellers. You can miss me with your conspiracy theories. Even though, yes, is there Is there, let me think of the best way to put this. Is there nefarious stuff that goes on? Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no doubt about that. It's been proven time and time again. Where there's a will, there's a way. Where a cheat can happen, it will. All right, but let's move on. So finally basing above our zero point 0.5 fib. That is going to be from our lows back here in April to where Roaring Kitties showed back up to where things got diluted. And I said at this point in time when the dilution happened, it would kill the squeeze. The only reason this bump up happened again is because Roaring Kitty was still holding his position. Then I don't remember if he sold it or exercised it. I don't remember exactly what he did, but he converted essentially all of his options. Now he's holding shares. I said many times before, you've got that artificial floor put in, which is right where Roaring Kitties cost average is, right around that $20 level. But it was just important to hold this golden pocket look. And what do I say? When in doubt, look left. So let's do that, right? Because I know a lot of you guys have been in this play for a long time or trade for a long time or movement, whatever you want to call it. So 30 is just massive. You can see the support resistance flip. Let's just throw a line up here around 30. Right? So you can just see it was support, then resistance. Then it broke through. Then it broke through. Lots of support, lots of touches here, then lots of resistance. Now, pretty much every time we've come up here, we've had moments where we've pushed above 30, but we don't have any closes above 30. I firmly believe if you get above 30, you start building a base above 30, that's how you push all-time highs again. Let's see here. Let me do that. So let's go back down to the daily. The cool thing about this is you're starting to catch this momentum and you don't even have like a Roaring Kitty tweet. Like literally pretty much through that 30, look right here. So 30 is just, it's massive to get above and stay above. So now we go inverse fib. That 382 is right around 30. You get above that 30, I feel very confident about pushing 40, once again, relatively quickly. The thing that, full disclosure, does make me nervous is it is setting up a liquidity sweep pattern. And essentially what that means is we have some untouched supply right here. So, and you can see, well, here, let me do it like this. So, untouched supply right here. When we first creeped up into it, we got rejected. Now, what I really like today is it didn't get like slammed, right? It wasn't just a super strong sell-off. Overall, this candle is still very, very strong. So it's not uncommon for price to push up to resistance. And honestly, the most bullish thing is what I showed you on Tesla. The most bullish thing is you slice right on through it and you just say, peace. And then maybe later on you come back and test it. That's the most bullish thing that can happen. But on something like GameStop, where everybody kind of knows where the key levels are, you push up, you get rejected. Now, we want a relatively shallow rejection and then just re-challenge it again and shove on through. I don't want something that is just it took forever to break through 25. You do not want to slice back through 25. It will be a failed move, and then what you're going to have is the liquidity sweep pattern where when you push down, you kind of come up, you get an internal double top, you push down, you get up here towards what's called untouched supply, and then the move continues down to the downside. So, what can do that? Well, obviously, Roaring Kitty comes out here and tweets anything, we're going to wake up with this thing in the 40s and 50s. You got to always be careful. Dilution is always on the table with this stock. They've already issued, they already have the order where they can issue more shares if they want to. But I don't think that that's the most likely thing right now. I really don't. Now, a kitty tweet comes out and this thing's chilling up at like 40, 50 bucks come pre-market. That's going to make you sweat a little bit more. And once again, if you're in shares, it is what it is. Like you just kind of along for the ride. But me personally, I have a bunch of shares around the $12 range. I'm just chilling. Honestly, when Ryan Cohen diluted on me when I was going to be up an insane amount of money, I was just like, never again on GME. Never again from a buying option standpoint. If you're a covered call seller, you could potentially look at that around 30 as well. But once again, you do whatever makes the most sense for you. So I want to see this happen though. I want to see us get through, and like I said, I would love for us to keep blasting through and then kind of come over here, kind of make that sort of cup and handle look, trade around, and then you can really start pushing at that point in time. That would be one of the strongest looks. Anytime you have these super squeezes like this that happen, the problem is that the bottom falls out just as fast. So what would be better is to get a nice, strong, solid move that comes out here, whether it be through earnings, whether it be through a merger or acquisition. They got a ton of money that they're sitting on. A good, solid, healthy move, then a good, solid, healthy retest, and then continue to move up and down. I treat meme stock charts just like I would anything else. I really do not care about your cause or your but roaring kitty or anything along those lines. That's the way I look at it. Do I think it's an awesome movement? Do I think the market needs some change and all that? Like I said, I really don't want to get into all that, but yes, I do. I agree with you, but I'm not a psychopath like some of you guys are. Now, you start getting those type of moves, the option chain stays loaded, you get a kitty tweet, and you are setting yourself up for a really nice move back towards, I would imagine, at least the 50, but I don't think it's a coincidence that one extension is literally matching up almost with the all-time high. So we've got levels to go, but the macro chart of this looks very, very good. I always use the exercise with my Discord, right? If you were looking at this like any other 15-minute chart, right, you'd be like, oh, dude, we got a nice breakout. Whoops. We got a nice breakout, beautiful bull flag. Now we're starting to break out, work our way on up from here. So the macro chart looks great. It really does. And if they deliver and don't, over dilute or anything like that, then I really think that this stock looks great. Like I said, if you just said, would you want to buy this or would you want to sell this? This is a weekly chart. I'd be like, I'd absolutely want to buy it. It looks fantastic, right? Let's go over here to the weekly look at SoFi. Right? Very, very, very similar result. I'm in. Let's get that. But like I said, for me, I've just got shares. Want to let them go for the ride, but it looks great. And like I said, any of the outside forces, that's just a bonus. Trade the chart, trade the level. You've got a big one to get over come 30. But you start building a base over 30, I just don't see a world that it doesn't challenge all-time highs again. Like I said, this is a weekly chart. It's going to take some time. Unless it really squeezes. Then it takes no time, right? You get a kitty tweet, and then it takes no time. But I like the healthy look of the chart. He's obviously still in it. There's obviously still a lot of movement. And yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. The chart looks great. That's all I can say. I hope this video was helpful to you. Please reach out to me with any questions that you have on Twitter. I'll do my best to answer, but I get a lot of notifications. I get 30 messages a day. I'm not going to be able to get to it all. I promise if you just hang with me, I will. I'll do what I can. Much love. Catch you in the next video. Like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Yada, yada. Oh, and the shameless Discord plug. If you're interested in joining my private Discord, yes, it is a subscription. Send me a direct message on Twitter requesting the link. We will be doing like some type of Black Friday special. There will be limited spots, but come trade with me and the team and Bronx Viking and all those good guys. Much love. Y'all have a great evening.